Which business would you say is likely to have greater working capital needs? We have a clothing retailer, and then we have a consulting firm. So whenever I get questions like this, I try to think about the different components that go into working capital. The most common, largest buckets of working capital are accounts receivable, inventory, and accounts payable. So a clothing retailer is going to buy clothes from manufacturers or distributors and then sell them directly to consumers. And if you think about any retailer, they have to have lots of inventory on hand to satisfy the needs of these customers. We can also presume that they're purchasing from suppliers in bulk, so they're going to have a large amount of accounts payable. And finally, a lot of their customers are probably buying on credit, which would mean they also have accounts receivable needs. So altogether, there probably are large working capital demands for clothing retailer. And I did, of course, pick a pretty contrary business. Consulting is a services business, and that's typically going to entail advising clients on particular advice or doing deals. And because you're rendering services, that means you don't have to sell inventory. You also don't have traditional suppliers, so you don't have accounts payable, and you might have some accounts receivable based on what your customers have to pay you, but relative to a clothing retailer, it's more likely that a consulting firm is going to have less working capital needs.